First of all, can you just tell me that reaction was something to see, when you watch your girls jump up there and get into the NCAA? What was that feeling like for you?
Yeah, just so much joy. I mean, there's a couple things that set out to do this year, and that was one of them is make the NCAA and build a strong culture, or live into our values, right? And so just to feel that all come true is just so much happiness in my heart and joy, and just makes me smile.
What do you think about where you landed? Going to the Nebraska quarter? What are your thoughts on where you landed?
Yeah, it's great. Sure, right? No matter who you're going to play the NCAA, they're going to be tough. And you're going to have to be ready to battle and be relentless and intentional with everything you do. And I think that's what this team is. And so I'm really excited for them just to go and compete. I think just to live another day and continue to do what we love.
To do this in your first year, can you kind of what did it take to get to this point in your first year? What do you feel like was special about this group that you could do that in year one?
Yeah, I think the way they came together was really, really special. And they're really connected, and they love the game. They're a family, and they're just as gritty as all get out. So when you come watch those games, you could feel it. And so I think they just really lived into those values, and that's what made them really special.
When you look around the entire room, there's so many different emotions from so many different people, from Desiree all the way down to the players. What does that mean to you to see just everyone's story kind of culminating now? It's a tournament.
Yeah, it's always special. I think it's just a fun time of year. You put in so much work throughout the whole year. You just get to kind of just enjoy. Obviously you're going to keep working, but you get to sit back and just take it in for a moment and just wow, this is really special. And this is the one time we really get to do it with this group. And I think that's even more special. You never get this group back again. And just the love that they have in their heart for each one of each other, is huge. And so.
I know this night's about the team, obviously, but being named one of the SEC Coaches of the Year in your first season, what does that honor mean to you?
Yeah, it's my staff. I mean, really, you don't do it by yourself, and I have an incredible staff, coaching staff, but also support staff, and even people throughout my whole career kind of just giving to these student athletes, and then this team, and they continue to give back every single day to each other and to our staff, and they want to be great, and so they continue to give every single day, which is really huge. So very thankful for them.
Throughout the year, like coming in today, were you worried about the seeding? Were you worried about the chances?
Yeah, always. I mean, it's never a given. Yeah. Nothing is ever given in your life, and so I think you just feel blessed when you have opportunities, and you make sure you take the fullest advantage of every opportunity you're given.
Yeah. Throughout the year, you had a whiteboard listing what you needed to do to make the NCAA tournament. What are you going to put on the whiteboard now?
Yeah. I think one thing that's really important to us is just the culture that we're building here and the way we step out in the court every single day. And that's one it's not done yet. We're still learning how to do that to a high level, and I think that's going to be really important for us, that we continue to build this culture of just who we're going to be, that we're going to let it rip every single day we step on the court. And how do you do that consistently, day in and day out? That's really important to us.
And then how do you think your team mottos, love the game, family, grit, and sisterhood, have helped you to get where you are?
Oh, everything, right? We live into those values every single day, and I think when you do those things and you really live into what you believe, you can go so far with people, and I just so blessed to be a part of their lives.
What can you tell us about Delaware?
Delaware, I don't know a whole lot about Delaware, to be honest with you. That's time to get to work, right? When we're done here, and just enjoy this moment with them for a few minutes, and then we're gonna walk across the street and get to work and get to know Delaware quite a bit.
Obviously, some of your players got some honors today too. Maya Sands, I think it was the first Mizzou player to get Libero of the year. What can you say about Maya this year?
Yeah, Maya, any year is what I'll tell you. I mean, Maya is one of the most disciplined, incredible human beings that I think you'll meet, and she's really driven, really focused, but works her butt off every single day. And so I think when you do those things consistently, things tend to pay off. And so just really proud of her. I'm very thankful. She still believed in me and came here with me, and just really blessed.
Jordan and Sierra both getting honors today too. What can you say about their seasons?
Yeah, Sierra being a freshman, that takes guts, and it takes a lot of hard work, and every single day after practice she was in there working hard, and so I think that's what allowed her to get to where she is. She wasn't came in and just think it was going to happen. She was putting in the hours, she was putting in the work, and I think when you're able to prepare the right way and have the right mindset, wonderful things can happen. And same with Jordan. I mean, she went this summer to USA, and that helped her a ton, and came out with this confidence, and came back to this troop and okay, this is where we're going to go. And one of the most consistent individuals when she walks in the gym with what she does, and it's the consistency that you do it with every single day. It's the hard work that you do it with every day, and the mindset. And so all three of them do it at such a high level.
Coach, we understand the team's recent history, and we understand where you and your staff are able to take them this year. Just want to get an understanding of what principles you tried to put in this team to get you guys to this point.
Yeah, so we want to let it rip every single day. This is a phrase I use a lot, being very relentless, being intentional, being very positive, and just passionate learners. You could say, okay, yeah, season's done, we had a great season, but yeah, we're still learning every single day. Even that last week, we played a very tough team this weekend, and that was one of the main messages. What are we learning? Every single day, what are we learning? And so those are the main principles that we put in place every day, and how do we do it together? And so some values that are really important to this crew here is just loving the game, family, and grit. And so we do those things by letting it rip every day.
Is there a point in the season where you kind of looked at this team and said, that tournament goal's within reach?
I don't know. I don't really think that way, probably.
Yeah.
For me, I really think about how do we get better every single day. And I try to keep it just on that piece. And if we're growing and learning every day, I think we're always putting ourselves in a really good situation. If I'm really loving them and serving their heart and who they are as people, then I'm putting them in a good situation to be successful in this world. And so, yeah, the tournament's a bonus. It's awesome, right? We get to dance a little bit, but really it's about loving and serving them and making sure I help them grow as human beings, but also as volleyball players on the court.
Heading into the tournament with a 3-match loss streak, what are some of the things that you're going to need to clean up heading into the match against Delaware?
Yeah, I think for us, it's our serve and pass. We got to make sure we can serve pretty tough, driving that ball to get them out of system, and also just control the reception side on our side. We were pretty high air this last weekend, and so how do we decrease those errors? But I think if we clean up that serve and pass, we'll be able to take some of that pressure off. You always try to improve every single piece, though, right? And so I could go on and on and on, but I think one thing is just knowing who we are, and that's going to be really important when we step on the court. Is that we usually serve and pass at a really high rep, and we play together, and we have a lot of fun. And so I think when we really live into who we are is loving this game, family, and grit, that's when you're going to see the best Tiger team out there.
When you took this job, did you expect to be here today in your first season?
Yeah, I hope so, right? That's why I'm here. Sure, right? I think I believe in this group, I believe in my staff, and I believe in myself. And I think when you decide this is where we're going to go, it may not be this year, may not be next year, but if you keep working, things are going to turn your way. And so I have complete belief in everything we do here at Mizzou. And I have an incredible athletic director, and so fortunate she was able to bring me in here and supports me till no end. And so very thankful. But yes, I did think, did I think maybe we were watching NCAA? I don't know, right? But yeah, I knew we were going to be here.
And then, we talked about Maya Sands. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with her being the only person to follow you from UNLV to Mizzou?
Yeah, I recruited her, and so I have a very strong relationship with her and her family to UNLV, right? And so for her to come here, it made sense for her to come a little closer to home, to play in an incredible conference such as the SEC, and then I have a very close relationship with her. I believe in her completely, and I think she believes in me, and it goes a long ways, right? When you really, it's your family, and she'll always be part of my family.
Can you talk about what the graduating players, Delara Geticola and Lauren Forbes, have meant to this team?
Yeah, tremendous. Lauren Forbes, you don't see her a lot on the court. She goes in as a serving sub, but when anything and everything she does is huge for us, and just sets the standard. She was with us this spring, and so she was one that kind of helped set that standard, just in who we were going to be and that foundation, and so really huge. And then Delara, coming in, she comes in with a lot of experience, and so I think that's what she brings to us is experience and this gritty fight. She fights, and so I think people follow. She's a beast when she competes, and so just allowing her to be who she is she's incredible.
One of your main goals this year was obviously to make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Now that you've accomplished that, what's your new goal?
Yeah, my new goal is to continue to be who we are. And I think I try to live into our values every single day and create this culture. That culture is really, really important to me. And it's a big reason why we've had success. Yes, we want to win, right? Everybody wants to win, but that's not really what it's about for me. It's about serving these student athletes and making sure I help them grow every single day. And so for me, it's building a culture. It's building this strong foundation of strong, confident, independent women that can go out in this world and take it on. And so that's what we look to do every single day when we walk in this gym.
So you heard about it at the beginning of the broadcast that this year of volleyball has gotten a lot. The game has grown. To take this team to a place where the game has grown a lot in Nebraska, what does that mean for you? What's the message to the fan base here in Mizzou?
Yeah, this fan base is incredible, right? I think they understand what this is. And one thing, I feel very blessed, the Krecklows that came before me, the standard that they set. He texted me actually earlier today just saying congrats, and I just like, hey, we're still trying to live up to the standard that you set. And so I think Nebraska and all these great programs, what they're doing is they're really continue to set that standard. And we need to do the same thing with our expectations when we walk in that gym. and really just every day when we wake up, who are we going to be today, and are we being the absolute best we can be?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
time.
you guys. Really appreciate it.